This is the United States of America in the year 2000, currently led by President Clinton. The United States is the world's most powerful nation, heading NATO. The number of military factories is somewhat lacking, but there is an astonishing number of civilian factories. However, by blocking Microsoft's acquisition of Vizio and preventing of merger of America Online and Time Warner, and saying things like "figure it out yourselves" during a North American snowstorm, the USA is acting strangely in this timeline. As a result, the country's stability is decreasing. Even NATO is considered outdated and useless, so they withdrew from NATO and gave the next NATO leadership to Italy. Even Mussolini in hell wouldn't believe this.
Is this for real?
Anyway, after parting ways with NATO, the United States has formed a new faction called the Freedom League, and in November 2000, Bush became president, as in the original history.
Hey, that's pretty good.
However, the country's stability is already in shambles, and the spirit of revolution is beginning to take root in the United States. As a result, the House of Representatives was abolished, and the Senate also collapsed. People even started saying that following the Constitution is foolish, and eventually, the idea of monarchy gained great popularity. The revival of monarchy in the 2000s. How can such a terrible thing happen? Things were already chaotic, and then the 9/11 attacks happened. The United States declared a war on terror. Even the notorious North Korea, fearing America's anger, criticized the attacks, which clearly showed how terrifying America's last can be. The first target of the war on terror is Afghanistan. The terrain and supply lines are terrible, but against the high-tech weapons of the United States, they are continuously pushed back. Eventually, the entire military is encircled and annihilated. With no military forces, Afghanistan is helpless against the United States assault and quickly surrendered. Oh, the US did all the work, but most of the land went to that insignificant country. Meanwhile, in the United States, the popularity of monarchy rose day by day, and eventually, the president stepped down and the process of electing a monarch began. Thus began the election of a monarch for the provisional monarchy government of America. There were several candidates, but Trump, who recently narrowly escaped an assassination attempt, gained an image as a strong leader through the fight incident. The American people, desiring a strong leader, ended up electing Trump as their monarch. Now, ruling party's name has become the House of Trump. Moreover, under Trump's orders, extreme measures continue, such as expanding the White House into the White Palace to elevate the authority of the monarchy.
I like this.
The strong monarch Trump declared that he can handle the Iraq war alone. Thus, began the invasion of Iraq. No matter how powerful the United States is, Iraq by itself. Wow, in no time, Iraq became an American Iraq.
Oh my.
Gaining confidence, Trump raises the conscription law and begins preparing for a war that he couldn't wage in the work times. Trump declared war on Cuba first. How dare they practice communism near the United States? There is no much from the great monarch Trump. Seizing this opportunity, Trump, fueled by ambition, begins the invasion of troublesome Mexico. My goodness, the difference in military power between Mexico and the US is this big. Trump thinks he should have invaded much earlier. Thus, Mexico quickly surrendered, and the territory of the American Empire became even more beautiful. The next target is North Korea, the villain of the world. Trump launches a preemptive strike on North Korea. While the US Marines hold their ground in Pyongyang, the main force arrived, and North Korea's army cannot stop the American Empire. North Korea quickly surrendered. Holy cow, South Korea couldn't even achieve unification, and the land of North Korea has been taken by the American Empire. South Korea is in shock, but Trump just said, "So what?" and ignored them. With continued success, the confident Trump determined that China is the great enemy in the future, and declared war on China. China tried to resist with overwhelming numbers, but Beijing quickly fell to Trump's army. It felt like watching the Sino-Japanese War of World War II. Thus, China surrendered. Now, even the people of China will come under the rule of the great Emperor Trump. Now, Trump turns his attention to Russia. Putin is also a man of great ambition. Since they are destined to clash eventually, now seems to be the perfect time. Trump declares war immediately. He invades Russia with the best manpower gained from China. Though the poor supply in Siberia caused delays, the American empire, backed by US technology and Chinese manpower, cannot be stopped. As soon as Moscow falls, Russia surrendered. My goodness, all of this is Trump's territory now. Trump's ambition has made America great again. Now, the era of Trump has arrived. However, Trump is far from being satisfied, claiming that all of North America rightfully belonged to American empire. He begins the invasion of Canada. Of course, NATO nations are shocked, even drop nuclear bombs on the American empire, but it's already too late to change the course. Trump's modern tanks are sweeping through the enemy. Thus, NATO had surrendered. Trump, having gained unprecedented economic boom and vast territories, he will rule the world forever.